Hi everybody, I'm David with Nelson Creek Farms here in a frigid southern Idaho right now. It is a beautiful evening of Saturday, the 25th of November, 2023. And I got a few projects we got to get done tonight before I lose all my sunlight. So let's get right with it. You probably can't see it, but right down in here is a rock hard radiator hose, and I don't know that any of this engine block or radiator has any kind of fluids in it. So I'm going to use my Sawzall and cut that hose apart. So if there is any fluids in there, it'll drain. Good, nothing in there but rust. Now the reason why I've cut that hose is because the radiator neck has been pushed down into the top tank of the radiator on the little BN farm all here, so I don't have any way to cap it. So yeah, I figured the easiest way to check to make sure there was no fluid in there was to cut that lower radiator hose. They're a cheap form of insurance being out of there as compared to a busted block. Now our new toy came from the dealer with some antifreeze in it. Yeah, there's 8 inches of snow on top of that, folks, and I just stuck a bare hand in that. Now it's a little bit froze. We're going to stick my head down in here in that hole and see what we got. If we got slush, I got problems. Nope, I still have liquid, so we're probably good there, and it's up. So we'll leave this little thing alone for now. But I'm not entirely convinced it's thoroughly mixed, so we'll be running it sometime soon. Next up, let's see what the new LS will do here. Oh, turn that off. Glow plug is off. Uh-oh, why are we beeping? Oh, I bumped it. Okay, here we go. Oh, a little cold. Just a little cold. Let's see here what we can do with this thing. I will tell you, it'd be the first one to say it. She is awful cold. Of course, it's sitting outside here in 10, I don't know, what is it? Let me look here. 20-degree weather. So, yeah, she's plenty chilly. Yeah. Okay, what we're after tonight is the back blade. It's still sitting down here in the northeast corner of the property, hiding from the people that were here from the auction. Yeah, we're going to need to get that on either Stinky or this thing. Preferably this thing, because it has a cab, and it'll be warm. Yeah. Well, we're making our trip out here to the northeast corner of the place. Crossed 8 inches of unadulterated, unsoiled snow. Yes, it is. It started, what was it? Thanksgiving night, about 11 o'clock or so. No, it was the day before. The 22nd, it started snowing about 11 o'clock or so. Had about an inch or two on the ground by Thanksgiving morning. But that sucker did not let up all the way through Friday. So we ended up with 8 inches of snow out here. And the odd thing about that is, it isn't the amount of snow, it's the lack of wind drifting it into drifts. Yeah. I may have actually come up with a use for the door on the old dog run. Yeah, I can put that on the front end of a chicken pen or outside run for the chickens. maybe make kind of a hoop house kind of a thing and use that door in one end so I can get in and out of it. And we need to drag the WD-45 back up to the shop and take care of it for the winter. The WD-45 survived last winter all right. If I remember right, I double checked it, make sure it had antifreeze and stuff in it, so I think we're good there. But what we're after, like I said, is that rear blade, and it's right over here in the corner. I think that thing laying right there in front of the blade is actually the subsoiler. So we're going to straddle that a bit and hook on to the blade with the chains on the bucket and lift it up over that subsoiler and drag it up. So yeah, hang on a minute and I'll get to that. Okay, let's rotate the bucket up, and there's the blade. Yeah, something like that, and we'll leave it sitting there until we get back up to the shop with it. We'll back out of here and go back the way we came. We have us an absolutely fiery, almost white looking sunset tonight that's orange. Yeah, so kind of pretty. Yeah, there's big trees there at the house and whatnot. Yeah, wintertime in Idaho. It's usually very cold and super windy in this state, so yeah. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do tonight is we're just going to get the blade up there to the shop, park it and drop it right behind the little Alice B, and then tomorrow, heaven willing, we're going to put the blade on the back end of this thing and start doing some leveling work and scraping of snow and getting it off the driveway so we can use it. Yeah, because if the wind comes up and the temperature's just right, this snow will blow and drift into 2-foot drifts real easy. Well, I guess you could say I got a little carried away grading snow tonight. The LS is doing a really good job at this. Believe it or not, I didn't use it at all last year for doing snow removal. Yeah, I got that dang burn barrel right behind me. Did Stinky for most all of it. So this is the first year I get to use, I just kissed the barrel. This is the first year I get to use this thing, moving snow. Not like it's any great deal, I just didn't get to use it last year. We didn't have that much snow and didn't feel like using it, I guess. In fact, I don't even recall moving any snow with Stinky last year, so anywho, yeah, I just decided, well, as long as I'm out here and it's dark, can't do much else, so I'm just gonna get out here and finish shoveling this driveway. Yeah. Been up there behind the old pickup in front of the garage and doing that, and yeah, I'm not trying to dig, I'm just trying to push right at the minute. So I'm kind of keeping the front end of the blade angled uphill a little bit. I got to raise it up high enough to dump it. This works well enough, I may not put the blade on the thing. Yeah, I just use this silly thing. Yeah, that's what I bought it for, was to be inside out of the weather when it got cold and nasty, so guess I might as well use what I'm paying it for. Oh, I guess I forgot to tell you. Sounds like the fellow that bought this shed right here may not be getting it. Apparently it was his son that he was thinking was going to move it. Well, the son doesn't want to have anything to do with it, doesn't think he can move it. So it sounds like the shed is still mine to deal with and do with what I please. So we may disassemble that next year and use its parts and pieces for a project